All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening to another episode of Full Body Cast presents Garage Night. Garage Night brought to you by Cole Street Brewery, 1627 Cole Street, Enumclaw, Washington. Say hi to Sean. Go watch all the Major League Baseball games and the rest of the tournament, NCAA tournament. Heck, catch some hockey. You probably even catch some Z's there too. Just take a little nap while you're there. I'm sure it's okay to sleep at a brewery or a bar. Anyway, go say hi to Sean and take yourself in there. Get 15% off your drinks. Also, go to Bordeaux Wine Bar. Say what up. Talk to your server. Kind of stopped. There we go. Talk to your servers and make sure that you tell them, if you do check yourself in and take Full Body Cast as well, that you get that $2 off your first flight or drink. Go to Mazatlan. Say what up to Andy. I was there for my brother-in-law's birthday, 45th. Happy birthday to Chris. Shekinah Sarver, a wonderful Patreon as well as friend, put that on for him, and we had 20 something, almost 30 people there. Packed it out, and then I'm telling you, if you have a party that you want to do there, definitely have it there. A lot of fun. And then also definitely today, yesterday, O Chef Country Kitchen. Say hi to the man, the myth, the legend. Hit up your friend and mine, the one, the only, Dan Coots Snyder. Hit him up. Get that Bentley special, the meatloaf panini. The best delicious sandwich I've ever had in my entire life.
I put it in my mouth last night.
That's amazing. And that's Corey Bentley. You know what? Switch it up. We got Garage Night. We got Corey Bentley on the mic.
Meatloaf.
And we've got Craig Bentley on the mic.
Brah. Glad to be here spilling some tea.
Well, I hit up Jared Skelley. He said, "Is it too late?" I said, "Nope. Hit us hard." So he's cooking that up real quick. But as he's cooking that up, let's talk about the NCAA tournament. My Cincinnati team, the Golden Cats or whatever the frick they are, the Wildcats, didn't make it. So I was completely wrong on them even making the tournament. Who did you have?
Well, as part of the conversation here, I always went with Kansas because I love Kansas. But even in my bracket, I didn't pick them further than they made it. So,
yeah. Kansas got bounced by Gonzaga and then Corey.
The guy that I wanted in, I don't remember what team it is because I can't see it on here. But his name, remember I talked about the white guy? His name is Robbie Avila. His nicknames include Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, yeah.
Larry Nerd.
Yeah.
College Jokic and Milk Chamberlain.
Yes.
I wanted him in the tournament, and I would have watched it, and he was not.
Shout out to oh my gosh. Sometimes my phone just blows up, and the Mariners game is, the opener's happening. But I want to talk about NCAA tournament. Happening yesterday. Hopefully the Red Sox won. I'm rooting against the Mariners this year. I'm doing something new. Usually the Mariners win a game. I'm World Series.
Is that new, though? I feel like you've done that before.
No, I've done that before.
Okay.
What I'm doing new is I'm rooting again. So far, rooting for the Mariners hasn't gotten them there. So now I'm anti-Mariners.
Yeah, but I feel like you've been anti other things and tried to make that into something, and it didn't work either.
I don't think I've done that, but you know what?
With football stuff.
It never hurts to help.
All right.
Never hurts to try.
Whole season you got to root against them then.
I am.
All right.
And I'm going to just say minor league ball anytime they lose. And when they win, I'm going to be silent. No World Series.
All right. We're trying to hold you to that.
I don't know if I can do
awesome that. If you would be silent. Are we talking Mariners right now, though?
Not yet. But people are blowing me up right now about the game coming up. That happened yesterday.
Well, and tonight.
So go Red Sox. Good, congratulations, Red Sox, on the win. You guys earned it. But I bet the underdogs for the NCAA tournament. You guys already know this. And that proved to be a great idea in theory. And it was on the first round. Second round, thankfully, I pulled out. I would have lost all the money that I'd won. So I did what I didn't do at other times, and I pulled out what I should have. And I'm talking that's a slot machine. That's nothing, has no other connotations.
It's a Thursday moment.
Not a Thursday unless I'm at the casino.
How much did you win?
I put $10 in every game. I won $100. And then
You pulled the 100 out.
and I pulled the 100 out. And then I put the 100 in. And then I pulled the 100 out.
And then you just
And
put
then
it
you
in
put
a
it in
little,
a slot machine.
And
and
then
then you just put one in.
And then I
Just a little bit.
shook it all about. and then but yeah, there was a little bit of a debacle that everything's cleared up. Life is good. Moving on from it. But I'm just going to let everyone know that I'm never going to bet anyone else's money again. Meaning I'm not going to be a bookie. Never was a bookie. Not going to start being one.
Great show, though. You ever seen that show?
No, I haven't. But
Great show.
The pilot episode in my life canceled immediately.
Too bad it wasn't this show.
It's because you didn't have any muscle. You need some muscle with you if you're a bookie.
Yeah, no, it wasn't me. I'd probably kick my own ass. That's probably what I need.
Jim Carrey style.
Yeah.
Liar.
Just a complete buffoon I am sometimes. But everything worked out and life is good. And we're not going to go into details on it. For those people that know, you know. For those that don't know, you don't need to know. It's not even that important. But it did hurt me a bit. But at the same time, there's only one thing that you can do, Corey and Craig. But Corey was introduced first, so I'm talking to Corey on this one. But Craig already kind of knows what's going on. We've had the conversation a little bit.
I'm in the know.
He's in the know. He's in the loop with Seth.
And I am out
Not yet.
of the loop as
Not
usual.
Yet. But you can. There's a lot of things that you can, sell.
Your body.
Perhaps. Houses.
No.
Perhaps.
Cars.
Meatloaf sandwiches.
But let's just say I was willing to sell everything in the world. But you can't sell your dignity. It's just there's no price on that.
I guarantee I
Ketchup popsicles to a woman in white gloves.
could. For the right price, come get my dignity.
Dignity? Bye-bye.
How much is that price?
It's
It's too high for you, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, obviously.
Let's real quick. Let's just say let's see what dignity is for a moment. Just for a moment. Craig, you're giving a speech at your work. Everyone's in front of you, and someone pantses you, and you have no underwear on.
Like usual.
Is there dignity there? Did you lose your dignity, you think?
Or gain dignity.
That's when he does the McGregor strut.
Wait. The person that tried it thought, "Hey, he's gonna lose his dignity." Wait, we all lost our dignity.
This was bad for
and
everyone.
he gained so much.
That's called gaining pride. Craig,
Yeah.
his pride would erupt.
Corey, what about you? Let's say you're giving a speech in front of everyone, and someone pantses you. You're holding a huddle, and you're going over to the 5 S's, and someone pantses you, and you got no underwear on. You still got your apron though. So,
I'm okay then.
So does it even matter?
I'm good then.
Just little butt cheeks hanging out.
Yeah. It's like a hospital gown. Just run around.
But the way you
It's like that. It's like the assless chaps he wears.
Just don't slap it unless I give you permission.
Yeah. But what if it gets caught in the baler?
Well, that's a high jump for me to make.
I'm just saying.
Probably tear a quad just trying to get up there.
But the NCAA, from now on, Craig and I had this text thread going. Sorry, Corey. But
no, thank you for not including me in that.
It was about what else could you bet that's a first round and bet the underdogs where it would be fun. And so what I did today for the MLB opener, I took all the underdogs, and so far, they're all losing. And so it's difficult.
Makes sense, though.
And the Red Sox were an underdog. Yes, I bet them. Because, again, I'm anti-Mariner right now.
For the season.
Entire season.
Not right now, for the season.
The whole season.
Yeah. And you can't wear
Are we talking Mariner now?
You can't wear any Mariners gear either.
So before we get to the Mariners real quick, I'm going to just let everyone know, and please provide me ideas that you feel like would it be. I think I'm going to bet the first week of the NFL all underdogs. I think I'm going to bet the first round, maybe even of the hockey playoffs, all underdogs. And just, I think first round of anything is, I'm just an underdog guy now. Bet the underdog, upsets only. That's my mantra right now. And anti-Mariner. Now we can talk Mariners, Craig. What do you want to say about the
I just had a question.
loser Mariners?
I wanted to get you guys' opinion on this. Do you think can you go to a home game and wear both home and away teams?
Timeout.
Is that acceptable?
You want to wear Boston and Mariners stuff?
Yes.
No.
No.
Unless it's half and half like
I mean,
Deion Sanders jersey.
What
Yeah.
if I had a Mariners jersey, but a Red Sox hat?
Boo.
I think that if you were a fan, like for instance, if you would never do that for the Eagles and the Seahawks ever.
Correct.
But you visited Boston, correct?
Yes.
Fenway Park.
Yep.
Did you buy a hat there?
Yes.
And that might hold some memories to you.
Boo.
And so
And I don't have a Mariner hat.
And you don't have a Mariner hat.
Boo.
So I think only if you're a parent,
Half and half. Sew it together.
because your kid's playing it, and they're actually playing another kid of yours, and so you're having to do the whole Mama Kelsey thing and just wear two jerseys. I think that's the only. I think parent wise, that's it.
No.
But you can make a case for I had the most amazing time in Boston. Had to buy a hat. It reminds me of baseball, and they just happened to be playing.
Okay, along those same lines, knowing that I don't have a Mariner hat, what if I don't wear a Boston hat, but I wear a San Francisco Giants hat?
Okay,
I have a
but
Mariners
you're
hat
at
for
the-
you.
but-
Right there. There's a little helmet right
But-
there. You
but-
take that. That'll fit you.
But you're at.
And he can't have it here anymore. He has to get rid of that.
I'm going to burn that thing.
So
later.
you need to take that.
But what I'm saying, so what you're saying is, Red Sox and the Mariners play in Seattle.
Correct.
You show up in a Mariners jersey
Correct.
and a San Francisco Giants hat.
Because you said I shouldn't wear the Boston hat.
You might as well wear your Eagles hat.
No, so I would say, as tacky as it is to wear any other baseball team to any baseball game, it's even tackier to show up in another sports home team outfit for that. And I'm talking pads and helmet. But I'm saying there's nothing worse than seeing somebody in a Tui Asasopo jersey at a Mariners game, and you're just like, what are you doing? You don't even know where you're at right now.
So people can't wear Seahawks stuff?
What if that was a Husky jersey, though?
Yeah, people can't wear Seahawks stuff to a Mariners game?
No.
Why not?
Huskies different.
How's that different than a Seahawks?
Because they have a baseball team?
Because Tui Asasopo probably played for the Huskies in baseball. I'm just guessing. Or at least one of them did. One of them did.
So let me get this straight. The last 5 minutes.
No, you can't wear any crack
basically,
you can't wear any Sonics gear to a Mariners
No.
game.
Basically, what I'm getting is I shouldn't have asked because the answer was really nothing.
No, but the answer did get you a John Olerud hat to wear. So
That is correct.
that's what you should take away from this is that you get to wear that to the game.
Yeah, please take away that. Please.
That actually would be pretty cool for you to wear there.
Toronto won. That's one upset. Angels lost. Cardinals lost. Nationals lost. Royals lost. White Sox lost. Padres or Giants are losing. Pirates are tied. Ooh, who's up? Pirates. Pirates might be.
You should know all of them since how it was yesterday.
And
Yeah.
Yankees are up. Perfect. Okay, so I might win half my money back so far. Okay. Good questions.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what you guys thought.
But I think it's atrocious that you would wear any other sport to an opposite sports team.
I think it's fine. If it's like your city.
You go to the Seahawks game and you're wearing a freaking calligraphy jersey.
Yeah, what if you didn't want to spend money on a new thing and you wore a Seattle thing? It's still Seattle.
You go to the Kraken and you're gonna wear freaking
Sure.
a Rainiers hat?
Sure.
No.
It's the state you're supporting.
Dude,
the
if
state.
I had a
Dumb.
Rainiers hat, I'd wear it to a Mariners game.
That's different.
Because it's the same sport?
Yes, I already covered that. And it's a minor league
I'm
team.
only going to wear things of different sports to sporting events now.
You're gonna be. It's everyone knows the fan because he dressed up and he always done the sea fence and all that. You would be known as like the non-fan fan, where you have the actual gear but you refuse to wear it unless it's at another team,
Yeah.
another sport.
Now, look at that! Look at Hawkman over there. Why is he at the Mariners game? Just showing support.
You're just dressed to the just face painted and everything. And you're yelling "C" constantly.
I love my city.
C. And there was like tall Adel. C. Mariners. That's so good.
Yeah.
Do that. I actually want you to do that.
Once the Sox come back too, another one.
Super Hawks.
Yes.
And then they're playing the Atlanta Hawks. Anyway, there you go. All right, we got some fresh.
Just ended that one.
I know that's how we're gonna end these things. I'm just gonna tell a bad joke and move on to the next thing.
It's really bad and this whole show.
I know that's what you're looking forward to. Craig is all about that. Let's do the Patreons real quick, and then we're gonna jump into the.
Let me take a look at the board real quick.
Skarrey Skelley's. We got Kellen Hall, Holly Graff, Adam Kenny Art, Seth Loop, Cassie Spencer, Amanda Keating, Shekinah Sarver, Jared Skelley, Homer Robertson, Ben Illman, Jamie Roberts, Jamie Kenny, Apollo Doodle, Jackson Syduk, Sasha Carey Lynn, Edison City Ale House in Tacoma, Washington, Thomas Savageau, owner of all of Enumclaw, Councilman Anthony Wright, Cameron Stratton, real estate agent, Katri Hoban, Homer the Vet. Check him out on YouTube. He's got new Fresh Flow Fridays. Jackie Van Hoof and Dan Knut Snyder, a.k.a. the chef from O Chef Country Kitchen. Dan Coots Snyder. I always throw the Knuts, and I'm sorry about that. And the free members, of course, we're giving the shout out to Trudy, whoever she is, once a month. Once a month, I've decided free memberships get a once a month shout out, and then Sage Hills Golf and RV Resort.
You can have free memberships?
It's crazy. I didn't even know this, and I'm the one that could put a stop to it, and I don't even know how to do that. But shout out to
I might join now.
I think everybody should just join the free membership.
Unless you send out like everybody gets like a cool little like statue trophy saying they're a member of the squad.
No, I used to do that, but then I realized that no one cares.
They obviously care. They're still members.
Or they forgot.
There you go. You keep it low enough where they forget.
You just send them something and they get it and they're like, oh, I've got to cancel this.
Yeah, they're like, oh. All right, Jared Skelley, Skarrey Skelley says, best book you've ever recommended or given to someone to read. Holy Bible.
That was quick. You give it to a lot of people.
Along the same lines, Green Eggs and Ham.
Sumerian text. Just kidding. The Holy Bible.
I read a lot of books. We talked about a couple of books. I forgot to give you one.
Yeah, that's
that
right.
I was reading. I'm reading a good book right now. It's called The Energy Bus. It's about positive energy.
It's about you?
It's about Jerome Bettis.
Just giving you.
It's a book I wrote about myself,
The
and then I
Energy
read
Bus is just Jerome Bettis telling you
it's
you
an
can do it.
It's an audio book.
I'm the positivity bus. Woo woo. No, Energy Bus. What does that even mean?
It's like a fictional story, but relates to like positivity. It's actually pretty good. It's an easy read. It's a good message.
I like that.
I've been reading a lot of different stuff, nonfiction things.
Yes.
So,
but I had to step away from the self-help books because I can't help myself.
yeah.
No, because I actually read a book on reading too many self-help books, and it helped me get away.
What was that book called?
Can't help myself. The Travis Kenny story.
That was a long setup to get to that.
No, now Jamie and I did this thing years ago where we're like, hey, what were some of your favorite childhood books? Like for me, Danger in Quicksand Swamp. For her, it was like, gosh, what was that? It was like some time thing.
Goosebumps.
I loved Goosebumps. And so we said, let's start our own book club with us where we'll go on Amazon and we'll buy 2 copies of whatever book that I choose from my childhood and whatever book that she chooses from her childhood, and we'll read those books together, and then we'll, book club it, talk about it. Oh yeah, I remember this. That was cool.
Should be our new segment. We should do that, 3 of us.
We should.
But it has to be
Wait. No. Yes, because he has to read then.
But it has to be a childhood book.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I read my childhood books.
Motorcycle Ralph.
That's what I'm talking about. And it could be like literally 8 pages, see spot run, but you read it and you go, I remember. You talk about it. You want to do it?
Anything that makes Craig read, I am in.
I'm going to choose Patriot games.
It's like Craig, if you want to watch a movie, you choose Gandhi. Like let me make this as miserable as possible.
Yeah. The Art of War. Or War and Peace.
You know what? I would read it just to make him talk about it.
Dude, yeah. My brother will read the craziest, longest stuff. Like, I like Treasure Island and Caine Mutiny and All Quiet on the Western Front and stuff like that. I like action adventure books.
I was a big John Grisham, Michael Conley, Harry Bosch. The Harry Bosch series. You don't know about that.
The only one I saw was
what about Reacher. Jack Reacher.
Again, 2 of those things I have. Here we go. What was the Bosch?
Harry Bosch.
Harry Bosch,
detective. Hieronymus Bosch.
I read the adult adapted version, and it was Harry Bush. And then
they had an adult,
and then the
porn
Jack
book?
Reacher round. That was another adult, and that was. I'm sorry. That's
what
I
version?
read.
What versions were you searching for?
You know how they have Saving Private.
No, we don't. We
Saving
don't.
Private
Yeah,
Ryan.
we don't.
And they have now
actual
Saving
books.
Ryan's Privates. Stuff like that.
Yeah, you have to search for it though.
No.
So they brought it to you.
Yeah.
They knocked on your door. They're like, "Hello, sir."
It was I actually got a flyer in the mail. It
From
was
erotica.com.
They knocked on the door. Sir, 24 years ago, you threw these magazines away, and now we've brought you new erotica.
No, it was like the the CD where you penny for 12 CDs. It was the same penny for 12 off
America
brand.
Online CD.
Yeah, Americana Erotica was what they called it. But anyway,
Do you still have your collection then?
nope, threw it out. Drove around and threw it away. I thought those kids could learn something more than just pictures. They needed to learn to read.
Because what I did was I had that collection, and then I recommended the Holy Bible to everyone at the same time.
Well, that's what cleaned me up. That's what I told you. That's my self-help book to help me out with the other self-helps. So bad. Anyway.
Craig wants canceled. I've been trying
hard. That was another book that I read. But I don't know. Yeah, no, best book you've ever recommended?
I don't recommend books really much
Caine Mutiny
anymore.
was good. I felt like a smart guy. What's your favorite,
My favorite series has probably been the Michael Conley, Hieronymus Bosch detective series. And then Lee Child does the Reacher series, and I enjoyed those as nonfiction, or the reading regular fiction books instead of nonfiction, I should say.
You're trailing off like a grandfather right now. I need you to be.
Well, you're staring at me really weird, and I'm
Craig, what's your
trying
book?
to figure out what you're staring at.
What's your book?
Oh, survey reference manuals.
Okay, moving on.
Anything with a back cover?
Anything where I can read the first paragraph and the last paragraph and understand the whole thing.
Cliff Notes was actually invented for me.
They should call him Craig. By the way,
That would be awesome.
I saw Craig tag the other day in my memories, and I forgot all about the Craig tagging that we did for hashtag, but it's Craig tag.
Yes, I remember. It was stupid then.
It was stupid then,
Stupid
stupid
now.
What's the 1 or 2 things that really...
Hashtag stupid.
Another Skelley question, Skarrey Skelley. What's the 1 or 2 things that really makes you feel old, or at least did, compared to the old Halo Party days back in the Dizzle, he says.
What makes me feel old?
I think saying Dizzle is probably something that's old. That was me. Actually.
Having to connect to Xbox.
I'll tell you what makes me feel old. The fact that in about 2 weeks, I have a daughter that turns 21, and in about a month and a half, I got another daughter that graduates.
From college?
No, from high school.
So
you should feel old also.
Yeah. That's because you can remember those memories. That's kind of what makes you feel old. Is that you can we talk about the high school memories. You can still talk about the college memories that you had back in the day where you were running around Eastern.
I didn't go to
Central.
Eastern.
Central. Western. No
One of
Southern.
those.
Have you noticed there's no Southern?
There is. It's
There
down
is?
south, Southern Baptist.
No, there's no Southern Baptist Washington.
There's Northern Arizona.
Oh, there's no other- Eastern, Western, Central.
No, all of Arizona's online.
You remember those stories from Central? Where you were
I created those stories from Central.
you made them up?
he
So you
read them somewhere.
Yeah.
on a book. On a book. Tell people how you know you don't read without telling me you don't know how to read. I read that on a book once.
I never did book it.
Book it was awesome.
You know, and that's what I blame childhood obesity on. We were very smart, fat kids eating pizza.
That's the only book club I've ever been a part of is Scholastic.
Let's get you fat. Read something. Stay inside.
There's only a personal pan.
Dude, those personal pans. Now here I want to talk about some reverse psychology pizza ordering back in the day. I was a big meat lovers guy. But you really couldn't get meat lovers.
Still meat lovers.
If you know what I mean. Meat lovers guy and
Stuffed crust now.
personal pan didn't do it. They'd only have cheese or pepperoni and I think Canadian bacon and pineapple. So what I did was I ordered the Pizza Hut extra cheese because that would get so thick it would be like eating meat. And it tasted like you're eating meat.
What? That's so not even
Yeah,
close.
they had sausage.
Probably had sausage too. But they didn't have you couldn't do it all three.
Well, I know they had sausage because by the time that Kenzie started doing it and I would take her there, she didn't like cheese, so she would order just sauce and sausage on her personal pan because she didn't want the cheese on it.
Wow. Just like her dad, all sausage, no cheesy.
Oh, I'm all about cheesy.
You're very cheesy.
What was the question he asked?
What? Yeah, sorry, I don't even know. Oh yeah, what's the one or two things that make you feel old?
I answered it.
I don't know. I'm talking to Corey.
My body and conversations with people that are older than you, but they relate to you now instead of like the conversations that I used to have when I was relating to the younger people.
Kind of like about your body that hurts.
Yeah, where I'm talking to people about acid reflux and things of that nature, and they're older, and I'm like, now I relate to them.
Yeah, dude, there was a meme of if Predator were to see me, and it was just the achy joints that like you see in those commercials where they inflame everything. That would just be me. Pretty good stuff. I think for me getting old is when you relate with your kids and your kids are like they don't understand like what life was like without internet. Kind of like when we probably didn't understand the black and white TVs. Or we're like, dude, like I cannot picture life back then at all. And so I think the same thing with them with the internet, where they're like, wait a second, you couldn't just like pull your phone out and figure that out. It's like, dude, no, we had like a calculator. It was so when you were a kid, when you got a compass, you thought that was the coolest thing in the freaking world. Like, dude, I got a compass now. I know where north is at. This is dope.
Surveyors still use compasses.
That's true. But it only works.
Hey, that's dope.
It only works on a flat Earth. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, but you got the compass. You're like, this is the coolest thing. Oh, my watch is a compass. Sometimes you got the little birthday. You go to someone's birthday party. They'd have like a little, prize bag, and you get, oh, sweet. I mean, it was a fun time.
They also
back
had
then.
Slappets in those gift bags. Was it?
And we could just mess with that for hours. But now it's like
You also could like wrestle against each other without pads and not get in trouble.
dude, did you guys? I think we may have talked about this, but like, mine and my brother's bedroom, like bordered the living room, and my mom hated us wrestling. She's always afraid we're gonna hurt ourselves. So we would have to be like super quiet, silent wrestling, and then every once in a while, like an arm would slip out and just boom against the wall, and then like, are you wrestling in there? Did you guys ever get in trouble for wrestling? I know that you guys almost killed each other one time. Or no, you guys
he never got in trouble.
And you did?
He always had plans of when they were gone to attack me.
Yeah, we used to wrestle when they were gone.
But you guys like break like some like cat
It was
statue.
a Dalmatian
It's
statue.
a dog statue.
And then
I
Craig
got blamed. Yeah.
You got blamed for that?
Yep.
Should have. You broke it.
You threw me in it.
Technically, you broke it.
Technically, you're a jerk.
I think video games too. You see these video games like
Instead of Atari. There.
dude, have you tried to go back in time and say, like, you find that old game and you're like, dude, sweet, I used to play this all the time, and then you like play it for like 5 minutes, like, this is so freaking slow and boring.
I went back and played some old Nintendo games, and it was a little bit rough.
RBI
As
baseball,
fun as they were.
Was it Skate or Die?
No, it was Excite Bike.
Yeah, Excite Bike is pretty slow.
yeah, you're used to just like, now it's like, wah, 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 wah. Here it's like, zoom, zoom. So I think that, I don't know. But I can totally relate to like talking to people about, I mean, you end up doing what you make jokes about. Like, you talk about the weather. Oh, man, you're going to have a nice week next week. Yeah, I can't wait. What are you going to do? No, I'm going to go do this. Yeah, but your yard? Yeah, I'm going to work on my yard. Oh, cool. That's cool. And you just... Craig, though, freaking Craig, ahead of everybody. Why talk about a yard when you just kill it every year?
It's true.
You immediately kill the conversation about it as well.
Do you say that in conversation? My yard's dead. And then just walk away.
And then Craig tagged too soon as you walk away. But that's so smart. Get a pool. No one can talk to you about their pool because they don't have one. You can talk about how, like, you have 8 entrances into your house. People don't have 8 entrances into their house.
It's actually only 7. Quit trying to
Sorry about
butter
that.
his head up.
He's never even been on the other side of the house. He has no idea what's on the other side of the house.
The other side?
7 more entrances.
There probably is. Hey, wait. Is that... Did it used to be like a hotel or something like that? I mean, that would make sense. You have a pool there, and you've got these different weird entrances. Like, did it used to be like a condo?
I don't believe
It's a
so,
drug
no.
house.
You know what we need? We need a pool?
There's a huge empty wall.
Dude, that would make so much sense with all those entrances you have.
Or the fact that they're all rooms.
Are they all rooms?
Well, yeah. Except the one is a bathroom.
Which is still technically a room.
Yeah.
So are you agreeing with me?
No, I'm saying the reason there's doors is because they're rooms and they access the outside.
Yeah. There's a lot of rooms.
Man, that's technically bad.
No, but there's a lot of... I don't have a slider. Well, I mean, I do work... Yeah, okay. Never mind. You're right. But no, not a lot of people... How many people have a bedroom on the floor, you know, a Rambler or whatever, that has a slider or a door into their own bedroom? Not many, I'd say.
That I don't
You
know.
have one into every bedroom.
True.
Your kids are like, this is the dopest house. Once again, say dope. And I'm cool. That's not me being old.
How do you know if you're old? I say dope a lot.
But that's sick when that's like the bee's knees. They can sneak out whenever they want. Good thing you have good kids.
That is true. They could.
That's incredible. Because every room has a... That is... Let's look at it. Have you looked at the history on the tax assessor site? When was it built?
78.
And it would be a perfect place for a little...
Drug operation. That's what
No,
we've been
not
talking
drug,
about.
but I'm
It
talking
was
like...
never a hotel. It was built as a house.
No, it wasn't.
The pool was built
Craig
a year
surveyed it.
later.
Yeah.
Craig surveyed it.
A year later, but they're by the river, and so it's probably built like a little rental area. You've got every bedroom does not have a door
Does that bug you so much?
because it's built like it's a freaking like.
And there's the garage is normal. The only thing that's weird is the bathroom. A lot
What's
of bathrooms don't pop out to the deck
Exactly.
area. That's the only one I will agree with you on.
Bedrooms, like every
the bedrooms
bedroom,
are normal.
every bedroom has a door.
There's only 2 that pop out on the deck.
Do your kids share a room?
No,
The other bedroom doesn't have a
bedroom's on the
door.
opposite side.
And they don't have doors.
No.
No.
Okay. So halfway, was it ever built as a rental? Like a mother-in-law, like a little like area for someone to.
I don't believe so.
No, I tried to live in his shed, and he said no.
Well, he didn't say no.
That's true. Somebody else said no.
Somebody else who wears the pants around there.
I actually told him for $900 a month he could live in the shed.
But no power or internet, though. What a jerk.
But that's how we live. That's how we grew up. Get that
With
compass.
no power?
Get the compass.
You grew up
I
with
lived
no
in
power?
Selleck, bro.
That is true. So I didn't have power till like 4 years ago.
Yeah. And then when they got that, they're like, their guys like, you want me to hook up some internet? We're like, nah, we got fencing. We don't need nets around here.
We already got too much with this power situation.
Yeah. What are you trying to do? Oh, bait and switch. Got it.
Can't overwhelm us. We know what you're doing.
We knew there's a catch.
You're trying to get in our brains.
We are mostly parents, or at least awesome uncles now. How much video or screen
Glad he added that
time
for Corey.
do you let your kids have as a parent? For me, this is what happened the other day.
I let him have all of it.
You're the cool uncle. You're like, hey, here's 2 iPads. You need to. My daughter is 7 years old. We drove to McDonald's the other day, and she goes, Dad, it's just me, her, and Megan was with me, and she's like, Dad, why do periods break? And I'm like, huh? And she's like, why do periods break? Like, why do girls have periods that break? And I'm like, what are you talking about? What's a period to you? She's like, girls have a period in areas and they break and they get hurt where there's going to be blood. And why, like, do they hurt? How bad does it hurt? And I go, you need to talk to your mom about all this. And I said, how do you know? She goes, I was watching TikTok, and so Jamie lets her look at, but she's like, oh, the algorithm's all kid stuff. Well, she's breaking into a new realm. I told Jamie this. I said, and Jamie started laughing. I'm like, yeah, this is where she learned it. TikTok. That's quite a bit of screen time, in my opinion. And then she started crying. She wanted to be a boy and all that because she didn't want to. And this isn't Jamie. This was Jacqueline. But yeah, I think
Freaking China taking over TikTok, man.
I know that
Trying to make our kids grow up too quick.
You better sell that to a U.S. company.
I noticed that. I noticed that if you try to pull that iPad out of their hands, they turn into literally Gollum from Lord of the Rings, and it's like my precious. But
YouTube's not much better.
It's not. She kicked herself off of YouTube.
Hmm.
She felt like she's watching too many scary things. So
Too many Skarrey Skelleys.
too many scary skellies. She would listen to a podcast and it changed her algorithm forever. Craig, what's too much screen time?
What's not enough?
Shut up and go to your room. Take your iPad. Leave me alone.
No, I don't. I guess I don't remember when the kids were younger. Like they didn't really do the whole on the phone watching TikTok stuff because that even when they were younger.
Yeah,
They
you're
weren't
pretty
there.
old. They didn't have iPads back then.
Well, they did. They didn't have all like sitting for 3 hours watching the tickety talks.
The tiki torches. We're just from North Carolina.
Tickety Talk was how TikTok first started. That was the first one.
I mean, I tried to get him to get on MySpace when they were younger.
I refused to TikTok. I refused to do it, because I used to be a big Vine guy.
Vines were great.
So no more.
What the heck was Vine?
It was It was TikTok Lite.
Vines were great.
It was TikTok Lite.
Dude, some of my favorite Vines are with. I mean, me and my kids would watch those. They were like probably like 7 or 8 at the time. It was like, oh that hurts like a friggin' button on a stick. And then like the dude that was like story time. And then like the chick that got water poured on her face while she's sleeping. She's like, what? And then or hello. And then there was other Vines that were.
It was just short videos.
They're just so good. They're like 6 seconds, and it was like you pack it. Or when they say calling 911 and what's your emergency, but he dialed 911 on the microwave. These vines are good, man. LeBron James.
I feel like you'd be a Vine guy
LeBron James.
I've never even heard of it.
because you're a tweeter.
I'm a tweeter.
Twigger. That's a loser. That's a loser.
I thought you were pulling out questions for us and you're pulling out your betting ticket.
That's a loser.
Why are you looking in a mirror?
All right. I just need the Pirates to win this thing. And who's up right now? The Pirates reaches on. Okay, good.
The only people losing right now are the listeners.
So currently,
Yes.
the Blue Jays and the Yankees.
No, not currently. Yesterday.
So I'm back at $22.
Yesterday.
If I win this, I'm halfway back. Yeah, yesterday.
Ow!
All right, last question from Skarrey Skelley. Biggest thing you do differently than your parents did as a parent or awesome uncle? Maybe it was a rule change or how you handle things. What was your guys' curfew? And let's just say, okay, no, let's go from chronological order. Elementary school, what was your bedtime? Do you remember your bedtime? Like
It's either 8 or 9.
Yeah, I think it's 8 or 9.
Yeah, I think I was.
I think because there was a certain point I was earlier than him. Like I had to go to bed and then he was late, got to stay up later.
Probably because he's older. I'm just gonna go.
I think it's stupid. Like
I never understood it.
we had the same room at one point. You're gonna make me go to bed and he gets to stay up and watch TV in the same room I'm there.
Oh wait, you had a TV in the bedroom?
We had TVs in all our rooms.
No, but at what age did you get the TV though?
Young. I was
Yeah.
like 6 or 7.
My parents always had TVs in all the rooms.
We had a hotel TV.
Man,
My dad even had a TV
dope.
outside in his shop
Yeah, he
way
cut
before
a-
anybody else
He
did.
cut a hole in it just so he could have a TV on the outside of his shop to look at.
really?
Yeah.
He cut a hole in what?
In the shop he built. He cut a hole in through the wood to make a window for the TV to sit in.
Why doesn't he just put it on a? How big is this garage or the shop?
It was decent size, but he did it so he can flip the TV
You
inside
see
or
it outside if
because
you're
he had
outside too.
He had a patio
Dude,
to
what
sit
a genius!
outside.
Okay, I get it now. Smart. Smart. Was it always like on that TV screen? Was it always sports? Like, was it constantly like games going on that he would be watching, or was it like?
You know what I remember
Meet the
watching out there
press.
for the first time is I remember buying my first truck and then they were sitting out there and they were watching the very first like Survivor out there. I remember that.
My parents were big about going outside and watching TV at a nice night. They'd go outside and watch TV instead of being inside.
He still has one outside.
No.
Dude, Survivor was the jam.
Yeah.
I still is, but
My good buddy Richard Hatch.
I bought a 1990 Ford Ranger, came home and watched some
Naked.
Survivor.
Say what?
Said I bought a 1990 Ford Ranger and came home and watched some Survivor.
That's what you
I
did.
was 15.
Felt cool.
Yeah.
See, I remember working for my dad's friend that had a shop that had a TV in it. My dad was working there too, cabinet stuff, and we were watching the NCAA tournament. And so every time the tournament comes on, that reminds me of that. Like I'm a sophomore, and we're watching the game with my dad while we're putting together cabinets. It was just like one of that like father son bonding moments. So it's funny that you think of that Ford Ranger and Survivor. That's probably the first thing you think of. It was just getting it and coming home. I don't know. Maybe not. All right. So for me, it was 7:30, 8:30. We had an hour-long bus ride. So I had to be in bed early because I had to get up like an hour earlier than probably most people. Junior year. So here's what we did.
Was that when you were at Selleck?
That was when I was in Selleck.
Didn't they have like a curfew for the whole city to get?
Yeah, they did. Somebody would
6.
somebody just walk through clanging pots and pans saying, "Get back in your house."
But they
Y'all hear me? Get in.
But it would be every once in a while they'd confuse it with dinner time.
About the same time, actually.
Yeah. Y'all eat. Get out of here. Go to bed.
Go to bed. Ain't nothing going on good around these parts at this time of night. It's 5:30 p.m. I just got off the bus.
Go to bed.
Go to bed. But yeah, so then it came into the junior high. I was probably like 9 p.m. at that point, and then probably 10 p.m. when I was in high school. You guys, what was your junior high school
High school was
bedtime?
high school was a combination of like 10 or 11.
Yeah, I think the thing that changed for me and my kids was that as the kids have gradually grown, like if they turned 10 on their birthday, they could stay up till 10 p.m. And if they turned 11 on their birthday, they could stay up till 11 p.m. Not the rest of the year, just that night.
That sucks when you turn 13.
Yeah, it was 1 a.m. It was 1300. It was 1300.
Military time.
So you got to sit till 1 p.m. No. But so that was kind of a fun thing that we implemented, and I would say for us the rule change has been. My parents were like, you always got to be doing something sports wise. Like if you're not, soccer, baseball, basketball, you always got to be doing something. We talked about this on the podcast a few weeks ago. I'm not doing that with I don't require them to do anything except for like, at least try it. And then we've tried ballet, we've tried hip hop dance, we've tried piano lessons, we've tried soccer and bass. My daughter, I just want them to naturally like something. My daughter, Madden, she started playing on her own fast pitch in junior high and then tried out for the high school team and realized it was a lot more work and a lot more people there, a lot more talent. And she kind of gave up at that point, which is understandable. But she found something that she liked for that period of time. So I was happy about that. Craig wasn't looking to coach my kid, basically, is what I'm trying to tell everyone.
True.
Except I could have gone to these Vegas trips with them. If I would have known that then, I probably would have said, yeah, let's get you.
You already spent money to go, so.
Yeah. And then we would just be upgrading.
There you go.
Everyone else would be stuck in whatever hotel they're at. You and us, we'd just be hanging.
Probably.
Wow. What's the different thing that
I don't have kids.
I know that, but as an awesome uncle,
that he knows.
I didn't make rules.
No, but did you have an uncle or let's say fine?
I didn't know my uncles very well.
Okay, when you went,
Thanks for bringing it up.
Hey, talking to the microphone.
Thanks for bringing
while
up
you're at it.
my trauma.
Grandparents. You went over to grandparents. What was this? What was the little thing the little knick-knack snack that they had?
Knick-knack, paddywhack, give the dog a bone.
Cold pudding in a glass cup.
Did they really?
Yeah, you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. She had a second fridge, and she would always make like homemade pudding and then put it in like a glass cup and
Tapioca.
Put it. She made chocolate too.
And
she put it in the fridge, and it would stay cold. So when you got over there, you got a nice glass of cold pudding.
And then as you guys got older, did she do it as you guys got older?
It lasted a while. I don't remember when she stopped doing it.
Like you're like 15, just hopped out of your Ford Ranger to go watch some.
I don't know. Ask Craig. He stayed over there more, and they took him to Disneyland. So ask him about it.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I figured something out. The reason Craig wants to ruin everything is he's a bored, spoiled brat. So Corey's looking forward to things. I'm excited, and Craig's like, let me ruin this for you because I had the best time of my life and I'm actually bored with that. Let me ruin your life. It'd be so much more fun. Is that how it feels?
Are you referring to the fact that I want the show to end?
Yes.
Because I know for a fact he wants it to end also.
You want it to end?
Eventually.
Nope. You signed a blood oath. I own your soul.
I mean, Craig actually told me that by us being on here that somebody with a better podcast would hear us and that we'd get picked up to the big time. or somebody in that's Craig's promise to me.
Or somebody that's listening.
New heights, guys, come on.
Or someone listening will be like, hey, I could do this and I'm going to steal those guys and make a better podcast.
I wouldn't leave for anybody for free though.
You do this for free?
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, nice.
I wouldn't leave this for another free one. But if somebody offered me like $2
per episode.
Yeah.
Craig charges you $5 to be off the episode, and then he'll give you $2 to be off the episode. So he's still making $3 and you guys are both off the episode.
You could make money off that.
Nah, not worth it.
I'm surprised you guys haven't started your own Patreon to be off this thing. If you want to find our Patreon, subscribe, and we won't be on it anymore.
What's the cheapest option you can do, like tier wise?
$5.
That's paid. That's the cheapest?
Yeah. Is that too much?
I'd like to do $1 tier for people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then tell them to cancel yours and then come to our $1.
Yeah. You guys make $20. Split that $10.
For doing nothing?
Yeah, that's great. That's
Yeah.
actually smart.
Yeah.
Paying taxes, and you're like, I don't care.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that on my
You wouldn't
taxes.
have to, actually.
Yeah.
It's under $600.
There's a lot of stuff I don't put on my taxes.
Like the W-2. What's wrong with that?
Come get me, IRS. My name is Travis.
We don't have Veronica's Hot Topics, so I'm going to come up with my own. Veronica's Hot Topics brought to you by Veronica, who didn't send me one, but I also didn't ask her. But she was doing her taxes.
You actually already sounded like you did a Veronica's Hot Topic with your daughter.
Yeah.
What was that?
Periods, yay or nay?
Ooh. Vasectomies.
For or against?
Do you feel like they should be coupled with circumcision so you can get a 2-for-1?
You want to?
They're already down there.
You want to give a vasectomy to a baby? What are you talking about?
Well, not. I mean,
That's called castration.
adults,
Wow.
Adults can get circumcised as well.
Yeah, but that's not the majority of when it's happening.
It's true, but I'm just saying, like,
And if they didn't do it then, you're probably not going to do it later either.
no, heck no, absolutely not.
So you just brought up trying to do that to children.
That's terrible.
Jeez.
Great point.
Let's get canceled.
Yeah, good episode. So, what do you think?
And you put her name on this hot topic. Way to
I
go.
did. No, okay, so but no, vasectomies. Do you feel like there should come a point where a man should get a vasectomy? Because
Well,
women have to
Anytime
deal.
they decide they don't want kids anymore.
Yeah.
Well, because women have to put up, or you could go the whole route where women, get birth control and they have their.
It takes a long time. That's a lot of effort.
Are you snipped?
Yes.
How did that go?
Well, he
Well,
went to a
easy.
doctor.
Well, what they do.
Dad cut a hole out in the garage, and he cut a hole out in your crotch.
He just asked me to kick him in the nuts a couple times, and then he figured he was good to go.
No, but how did the surgery? Have we talked about this already? How did the surgery go? I'm mortified.
I don't know if you've asked him about his surgery
I am
before.
mortified.
To do it?
Yes. One of my friends did it, and he got internal bleeding and like puffed up. It was just like scary. I was scared. I was mortified. I am horrified and terrified right now. What about you? Like, what? Like, were you nervous?
I meant, yeah. I mean, just like anything else. I mean, it wasn't. I didn't.
Anytime somebody touches his balls, he's nervous.
Dude, this is.
I'll tell you what. Here's the funny thing. I wasn't very nervous. I was that typical. Oh, how's this gonna go? I got in there without going into a whole bunch of detail because nobody cares. But when the doctor came in, he brought 3 other younger people in.
Ugh.
And he
Wait,
wanted
wait,
to.
wait,
He asked me.
Let's do ages. We gotta do ages.
Well, probably
Denny's
in the-
got some stuff going on.
Yeah.
We got to do ages right now.
Okay, younger people. I mean,
Most
they
people know him
were
as Puff Daddy at that certain age.
they were medical. They were medical interns, probably.
Okay.
He got my approval to be a training for them, like they could watch. Then I was like,
And then Craig opened his legs and said, "Here." Remember,
it was.
remember that pride I had when they got pantsed? Same thing.
Yes. So now we know where his dignity went. No, that's awesome because of all people that try to ruin things, he got freaking like what is that boomeranged into this doctor's like, let's ruin this guy's vasectomy. Let's bring in an audience.
Well,
Maybe
it made
he
it
enjoyed
better.
it. Yeah.
Could have made it better.
Maybe Craig
That's
wanted.
true.
Maybe Craig wanted a group vasectomy.
But here's the thing. Here's what I heard.
They probably took turns.
I heard you got to like empty
The chamber.
the chamber like a week, like the entire week.
I don't know who told you that.
Okay.
I think he was just trying to tell her that, so she's like, "Hey, I gotta empty the chamber."
I mean, it could be different doctors.
I think he's just trying to sell it.
I mean, I don't.
I know it's not Thursday, but I got to empty the chamber.
This chamber's got to get emptied. If I'm going to get this vasectomy, we got to clean this puppy out.
That's a good effort. It's probably true.
I think it is. But then where does it go? I don't understand anything.
Where does what go?
I don't understand it. That's probably why I don't want to do it, because it's like, okay, so you get it soldered off, right?
It's like a hose getting cut.
But then
still have the same reaction after.
But does anything come out?
Yes.
But how?
Because that's not the part they're cutting. They're not cutting your dick off.
I think I'm understanding things right now. Okay, so wait. So there's two streams. One is it's like adding.
You know what? The stork brings babies. Okay, I think that's what you need to believe.
Adding soap to a pressure, like a pressure washer. So you got to hook. So basically,
yes, it can work without the soap.
It can work without the soap.
Yeah.
So
the soap still comes out.
The soap comes out, but the line.
The soap is dead. Soap can't be swimming.
So what are they doing down there? Like, what is it? What do they do? Like, what's the thing that's caused? I thought they just cut it to where nothing links up.
There's this cool thing. It's called Google.
No, you don't understand it. You had something happen to your balls that you do not understand. I want you to explain it right now.
What do you mean I don't understand?
Tell me how this works. You said it's like cutting a hose, but then you're like, but by the way, the hose still works. Makes no sense. How does a hose still work if you're cutting a hose?
They're pinching, and that section doesn't work anymore.
But what does that mean?
It means you can't. Their swimmers don't work.
You're firing blanks.
Yeah, you still fire, but it's just blank.
Well, so there's no swimmers in there?
No. Well, there's not supposed to be. Sometimes it doesn't work.
That's why afterward you have to give them a sample, and they tell you yes or no.
Okay, so there's two lines.
There's a swimmer and a non-swimmer.
There's two lines. One has swimmers. One has zero swimmers.
You drowned them.
You know how to get rid of crabs?
I'm so lost right now.
Yes, you can still ejaculate after you have the surgery. If that's your question.
That's a good technical term. I like that.
There.
Thank you.
I think that's what he was getting at.
I'm trying to. Well, I was just because I don't know. I've heard people say shooting blanks, but it's like, well, what is that?
But you are shooting blanks still.
But a bullet comes out. Does bullets come out when you're shooting a blank? No, nothing comes out. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I'm just like,
we're not talking about a cap gun.
I thought it was just dry heaving. I'm not joking. I thought it was just dry heaving.
That'd be a horrible way.
That's absolutely scary. And that's why I'm like, I don't want to do that
That'd be terrible. Ah!
So then we say shooting blanks. I thought it was okay. Nothing's coming out, but it's still firing.
It's still firing,
but nothing's coming out.
No spermies coming out.
That makes no sense. Just like your right tentacle is the soap, and then the left tentacle. This conversation is blowing my mind right now. I don't get it.
I don't even have one.
Half the people that are listening are like, "Yeah, Travis makes no sense. Earth's flat."
Yeah. Is the Earth flat?
I don't know.
If anybody, I doubt this. If anybody, well, actually, no, I don't doubt this because I know Holly does listen. Anybody in the medical profession, please get a hold of Trav and explain to him.
You know what we should do?
With diagrams.
I think what this has done is proven that you need to get one.
What we should do is we should bring Holly on and she explains to us how it happens.
How a vasectomy works?
Yes.
Is that in her job description?
Craig doesn't understand it. I'm telling you, I can see his face, and he's like, "It just, I know it's not work, but I don't get it." Because wait, are all the swimmers in the right testicle and the left testicle just is it soap and water? Like, what are you cutting off? You're cutting off a hose, but it's stuff's still coming. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. I don't get it.
What is her profession?
She's a cardiologist, I think. I don't know what she ecoplasma.
So you want her to come on and explain?
Yeah, she's in the medical. Hey, if you're a chiropractor or a dentist out there, come out. Come on.
You should invite Bo on. Ask him to come on and explain.
Explain to me it makes no sense. You guys don't know. You guys laughing, but you guys don't get it either.
I mean, I understand the principle of it.
Oh, me too.
Do you?
Well, now that they don't shoot, it's not dry heaving.
Just powder comes out.
That's what I'm talking about. What if you cut
Just
the wrong
builds
one?
up. Just builds up.
He just takes like just a talcum powder. Poof.
I was just picturing lemmings that are dead just falling out. Just
I'm gonna finish. Poof.
It's a great Easter episode.
Probably easier to clean up though.
So bad. So bad.
Thanks, Veronica, for that topic.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm glad we let you be in charge of that question.
All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening. Let's do our shout outs and our shit outs, and you know what? We might add a new one where it's going to be something that comes out, but it's going to have zero life to. I don't get it.
Along with our book club, we're going to have the medical question of the day.
Yes. If anybody has anything
How does this work?
that they need explained, let us know. Medically, we will answer.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we're right, and we're not saying we're doctors, but we will answer any medical questions provided to us.
And if you have a problem and we didn't solve it, sue Full Buddy Cast.
No, fool. I think you said it right. It's Fool Buddy Cast.
Full Buddy.
We're fools.
Fool.
We don't get it. All right. Well, everyone, thanks so much for listening. Let's shout outs. Let's do shout outs. Craig. Corey.
I will. She's never going to hear this, but I had a wonderful conversation with a 93-year-old woman today.
Oh, my God.
Named B. She said her name is B, like Busy Bee, because she keeps herself busy.
Yeah.
Amazing conversation she told me about her life, how she grew up, where she lived, traveled, retired. She was nice.
Was this
nice
in
lady.
produce?
Yes. I was working. Very nice
What
lady.
what was she getting in produce?
She was buying some pears. I suggested a pear for her, and then she talked to, and she was very delightful.
I was picturing you on Tinder or something and getting catfished.
Well, I mean, she was delightful, so I would have had a conversation.
A delightful pair. Craig.
I don't have a shout out.
Do you have a shit out?
Yeah, to Travis and this entire show.
Well, I like to shout out the Pittsburgh Pirates for coming back and winning me some money, as well as the Toronto Blue Jays and the New York Yankees. Everyone else can fart, and especially the Mariners can fart the loudest. Talk about a vasectomy of a team. I don't get them. I don't understand them, and they suck. Thanks for listening, everyone. Go Red Sox.
Go
Mariners.
What did you say? What did Craig say?
You heard me.
I said go away.
No, ready? Go
Mariners.
Okay. Bye.
Hello. Goodbye.